We're on point, we're on schedule. Team's been great. Let's see, I see how you were able to do what you've been doing, man. You got some good people around you.
Don't get too confident and just do what you gotta do to get the victory.
Terence Crawford gave Chris Eubank Jr. championship-level advice during an IG Live session. Real technical gems on how to dismantle Conor Benn in the rematch. That moment perfectly highlighted the difference between a true boxing technician and a reckless hype act. Crawford wasn't just talking about punches. He was teaching Eubank the art of timing, patience, and surgical precision. Meanwhile, Conor Benn seems more concerned with his image than his craft, shadowboxing with his pride instead of his purpose. When real champions speak, smart fighters listen. Eubank Jr. is doing exactly that, absorbing the lessons from one of boxing's most complete technicians. While Conor poses for cameras and acts like a superstar he's yet to become, Eubank is quietly taking notes from greatness. The fire Crawford ignited in him burns brighter every day. You can see it in his demeanor.
He's not going to change. I'm too old. My mentality is and always has been a man that is willing to walk through the fire. That will never change. This is about just approaching the fight differently, with a different strategy, with a different mindset, with a different game plan.
Composed under pressure, razor sharp in thought, and relentless in execution. This is no longer just training. It's transformation born from championship influence. Under the meticulous eye of trainer Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, Eubank's gym has become a war laboratory.
Walk through that shit. Come on, my knees can walk through that shit. Fuck that bell. Let's go. Let's go. Give me another one on this side. Come on. Oh, we need to walk through that shit. Come on. Big. Watch the balance.
Every movement has intent. Every punch is part of a grander design. He's recalibrating, refining the lessons of the first fight and returning faster, sharper, and mentally untouchable. The Eubank camp radiates purpose from every corner. Even Eubank Sr. has stepped into the psychological warfare, sending an icy warning to the Benn camp.
For £8, you better watch out, dreadlocks. You better watch out, because we have come for you. Oh, sorry. It's my mother's tongue again. It comes through. You'd better watch out, because we're not playing. We're real, and we are a
camp. What's brewing now isn't just a fight. It's legacy warfare, backed by fire, pride, and calculated intimidation. As Tottenham prepares to host the Storm, Bomac reveals the brilliance behind their approach. The focus isn't brute strength.
I figured that, yes, he got the victory, but I figured it could be a little bit more of easier fight this time. Not try to put a whole bunch out there, but just fine-tuning to make it easier for him.
It's surgical precision. Every angle, rhythm, and reaction is being optimized for peak efficiency. This isn't brawling. It's 12 rounds of chess at championship speed. Conor Benn is about to enter a fight where intelligence, timing, and composure rule.
Trying to improve, and it's inspirational. The whole time out there, just working on getting better, improving, and I think it's fair to say, pretty much camp started.
Eubank Jr. has become a relentless thinking machine. As Eddie Hearn pointed out, this version of Chris doesn't switch off. Every jab and counter is deliberate, every combination structured with intent. This isn't just inspiration, it's obsession, a complete dedication to mastering every aspect.
Silly bollocks, threaten my dad again, watch what happens to you.
Yeah. I'm not threatening him, I'm just slapping him.
No, do you hear what I said? There's no
touch.
Do you hear what I said? Well, he did get his arms around your neck.
Leave it, I got it, man, I can handle this, mate, I'm old.
Of his craft. Meanwhile, Benn faces a version of Eubank who's mentally bulletproof and physically at his peak. Nigel Benn, for his part, hasn't held back in his predictions. He's warning of a lightning storm, saying his son is stepping into territory he may not understand. Nigel believes Conor's aggression could backfire against an opponent who's bigger.
Yeah. I'd be shocked if Eubank loses. I don't really see that happening. Again, he's fighting a career-best welterweight. He knows that. From a psychological perspective, when you know you've got a smaller guy in front of you, you kind of start 2 or 3 rounds up in your own mind.
Stronger and more technically grounded. He describes Eubank as a psychological and physical juggernaut, one capable of ending the night early with ruthless precision. Duke McKenzie, a respected voice in British boxing, outlines Eubank's hidden advantage. He starts the fight ahead before the bell even rings. Size, poise, and tactical control create a
fight, and I think Eubank Jr., if he gets this win and there's a new lease of life maybe under Bomat, 2026, maybe finally he could become a world champion, but he's got to get past Conor Benn first, and Conor Benn not just hungry for revenge, he believes he can win this because of what happened first time round, because he went 12 rounds at middleweight, up in class, after a long layoff. Some people fancy Benn in this.
Let me on an early chokehold on Benn's potential. This isn't just speculation. It's high-level fight IQ and preparation distilled into a 12-round plan of controlled destruction. The message is clear. Chris Eubank Jr. isn't just preparing for a rematch. He's preparing to rewrite history. The stakes have never been higher. Insiders now discuss how victory could redefine Eubank's entire career. Adam Smith perfectly frames the narrative. This isn't just another bout. It's a crossroads. A win here could reignite Eubank's world title aspirations, validating the changes he's made and proving his evolution. Conor's...
You know, you can't stop a father from having that involvement. That's his son.
From a coach's perspective, how do you navigate that, you know, when somebody is opinionated and hands-on? How do you kind of...
I would never, as a coach, I would never take nothing away from the fighter. If it's going to help the fighter, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? The main thing is, for me, is what we worked on in camp, you know. Make sure that sticks with you, you know.
Confidence adds drama, but the momentum and preparation favor Chris. Each round will be a battle for legacy, not just victory. Duke McKenzie sums up the scale of what's unfolding. This isn't merely a fight, it's a global event. From a packed stadium to millions watching worldwide, the spectacle has already entered the conversation of modern boxing classics. McKenzie highlights that surpassing the atmosphere of their first clash is nearly impossible, underscoring just how monumental this sequel is. It's not just about the punches, it's about history, redemption, and 2 family names colliding again in front of...
Far better fighter than Chris Eubank Jr. is a boxer.
Technically, yeah.
And that's the problem that Chris Eubank Jr. is having. He's got this thing in his mind, he's a masterful boxer. No, you're not.
No.
I'm sorry, no, you're not.
...of the world. Tony Bellew brings his trademark honesty, dissecting both fighters with surgical precision. He pinpoints the mental battle beneath the surface. Eubank's confidence in his own mastery versus the technical threats Benn still poses. Bellew's breakdown isn't hype. It's a blueprint of vulnerabilities and adjustments. He reminds viewers that boxing at this level is as much psychological as physical. Eubank's belief must now meet Benn's execution, and whichever man handles the mental warfare better will likely control the night. Bellew's take strips away all illusions. Eubank may have power, grit, and experience, but the question remains, can he...
And ultimately, in the end, sort of bigger guy won it. The rematch is going to be interesting, I think. He's now realised that I can hurt that fighter. I've felt the other fighter's power. Next time, I know what's coming. I think he might even do better in the next one. I think he's got a shout to win it.
And Eubank's older.
I get these fights, but you do want to see Benn, can you kick on to try and win her?
He combined those elements with composure and technical control when the pressure peaks. Bellew insists the fight will hinge on small margins, split-second decisions, and mental discipline. It's not about who hits harder, it's about who thinks faster. Adeo Oladipo echoes this sentiment but zooms out to the bigger picture. He calls this rematch a calculated battlefield, a strategic confrontation shaped by experience and adaptation. Chris Eubank Jr. has felt Benn's best shots and now holds the mental blueprint to exploit openings. Oladipo believes Eubank's adjustments, patience, and tactical awareness could flip the narrative completely. Benn may carry the energy and swagger of youth, but Eubank now carries knowledge and control. The stakes go beyond pride. Legacy, fan spectacle, and career momentum all hang in the balance. Oladipo predicts another sold-out Tottenham show, with tension thick enough to cut through. Every punch and every exchange will be a test of endurance and intelligence, a mental chess match disguised as warfare.
Have to lose. And jumping up a weight is hard, but jumping up two is even harder. So Chris has got the advantage if it goes past 6. Ben's got to get this done early, otherwise it's going to be Chris's. I predict Chris in round 6.
Then comes an unexpected voice. Gordon Ramsay, the celebrity chef and passionate boxing follower, delivers a brutally pragmatic analysis. Moving up even one weight class is tough, he says, but both men have climbed 2. That alone creates a unique dynamic. Ramsay highlights the subtle advantage Chris holds: endurance. If Conor doesn't dominate early, the balance will tilt heavily toward Eubank, whose training under Eubank has been engineered to exploit fatigue, timing, and fight IQ. Ramsay's insight paints the fight as a tale of 2 halves: early aggression versus late round control. Once the fight passes 6 rounds, it becomes a mental and physical test, where composure outweighs raw power. Ramsay's prediction cuts through the emotion. Conor's biggest danger isn't a single punch. It's being broken down over time by Eubank's relentless precision. Every second inside those ropes will count. Timing, patience, and conditioning could decide the outcome more than knockout strength ever could.
And I don't think at this stage Eubank can do a lot more else. He'll try and do what he did, on fight night. It's whether he can go to the well again. I don't think so. If the fight becomes as hard and it has the pace and ferocity of a first fight, I'd be very surprised and I'd be amazed if Eubank can do all that again.
Dave Coldwell brings in a grounded insider's view of what Eubank Jr. faces physically. The first fight demanded everything: heart, stamina, and total focus. Coldwell raises the question that every veteran asks themselves: can you go that deep again? He reminds fans that elite boxing isn't just about what's visible. It's also about what's worn away inside, the cumulative toll of wars in the ring. Coldwell doesn't doubt Eubank's toughness. What he stresses is the need for strategy, using experience and precision to offset natural wear. Chris can't rely on the same energy bursts he used before. He must fight smarter, conserve better, and strike when it matters most. Under Eubank's disciplined system, that's exactly the plan. Coldwell's analysis reframes the bout, not as a slugfest, but as a game of resource management where every move must serve a purpose. His perspective adds another layer to the story. This isn't simply a rematch. It's a test of longevity.
His style, Conor Benn. Conor Benn's not a massive puncher, not even at welterweight. So really, he's kind of mugged himself off a little bit by saying, I'm going to knock this guy out. He didn't give Eubank enough respect. Like I say, he was throwing shots at several points in that fight, and he wasn't even looking where they were going. It was just like head down, just winging the shots over.
Intelligence and psychological control. Each round will reveal who has adapted and who's repeating old mistakes. Duke McKenzie returns with perhaps the most piercing insight of all, warning that overconfidence can destroy a fighter faster than any punch. He calls out Conor Benn's flawed mindset, saying that expecting a knockout without disciplined execution shows disrespect for the sport and the opponent. It's a dangerous assumption, one that Eubank is well equipped to punish. McKenzie emphasizes that boxing's elite levels are ruled by precision, not emotion. Timing, accuracy, and composure beat wild aggression every time. Benn's habit of loading up on every shot creates predictable patterns, a weakness that Eubank, with his improved patience and awareness, can exploit ruthlessly. The generational comparison inevitably surfaces. McKenzie points out the obvious truth: Conor Benn is not his father. Nigel Benn built his reputation on sheer willpower and devastating force, while Conor still seeks the ring IQ and discipline that define champions. Legacy can inspire, but it can't fight for you. And that's where this rematch becomes more than a sporting event. It's a psychological reckoning. Every jab will carry history. Every round will test pride, patience, and pedigree. The fighter who masters emotion will master the night. As the countdown ticks toward fight night, all signs point to Chris Eubank Jr. entering the ring sharper, smarter, and more complete than ever before. With Bomac's strategic direction and Terence Crawford's elite wisdom shaping his preparation, Eubank is now a fighter molded by greatness. Conor Benn, driven by emotion and legacy, faces a test of discipline and belief. When the bell rings, the world will watch two names, two eras, and two mindsets collide. Every second will matter. Every adjustment will decide who walks out with legacy on their shoulders. This is more than a fight. It's a statement of evolution, endurance, and mastery. The countdown is on. Subscribe, stay tuned, and witness boxing history unfold. Live, raw, and unforgettable.